Hello everyone, hope you're all well. Come on today to do some slow stitch. Now I don't know, I can't remember if I've already showed you this. So I definitely did a video, but I don't know if it actually went up. So basically what I did was I used a piece of jeans and then added some nice fabrics that I like, some hand-dyed fabrics, and then this pretty blouse of mine, a piece of that. And then I've just I think it was last week that I added this, but I haven't sewn it on. I put a tiny dot of glue there, so I'm just going to stitch it really. And I just thought I would join you know, do a little slow stitch video and you could join me if you so wish. So got back from Scotland. If you've seen my post, I mentioned that I've been to Scotland, or I was in Scotland at the time of that post, I think. I can't remember now. Had an amazing time. It was, I'm trying to think what, you know, shall I just go round or shall I follow? No, I think I'll just go round. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we had a lovely time. I went with my sister, my travelling companions, my sister and niece, and we rented a cottage in the south west corner of Scotland, which is Galloway, and now then, let me think. I've already come across a little, there we go, got a little thing there. Let me have a quick look somewhere. I put it somewhere. Oh, I put it anyway. It's if you were interested, you could look it up. It's Galloway, and it's a beautiful spot. It's right near the coast, and also mountains. You know, the typical sort of Scottish mountains, although it is very low down on the map, so you know it's not as mountainous, but it is very, you know, the green forests and the absolutely lush green forests and beaches and everything, shell laden beaches, and it's absolutely stunning. I will put some more photographs up so you can see the beaches. So we had, we went for 3 nights, and I really wish we could have had longer there, but 3 nights and 2 full days. So the first day we sort of, I can't even remember what we done on the first day, but when we arrived, we unpacked, and oh yes, no, when we arrived, we unpacked, because check-in's always around 3 or 4 o'clock, so we checked in at 3. And then we went, we unpacked, had a little break, and then we went for a walk, because right on the doorstep there was a walk into the forest, and we had a really nice walk, although it was a bit strenuous for me, I must admit. It was sort of very steep climb, and I did struggle. I have to admit I did struggle, but you know, we got there, and then my sister got us lost. She probably wouldn't admit to that, but she did. She got us lost, and so sort of lost. I mean, we had an idea where we were, but we ended up sort of trampling through the woods instead of around them, if you know what I mean. And there were so many trees down. It was just incredible. It was so dangerous, but at the same time incredible. And yeah, so then we got back, had a lovely fire and a meal and what have you. So yeah, it was really nice. Second day it rained heavily, and that was the day that we went to the beach. And then the second day, you know, the full second day, we went, it was sunshine and it was warm. Now the reason, it was me that chose this area because I wanted to experience, it's the national book town of Scotland, That's and it's called Wigtown. Wig as in, you know, hair wig. And yeah, so as you probably know, if you follow me, you'll know that I love books. I can't resist going in bookshops, and especially secondhand. This town has something like 15, I believe, bookshops, which is incredible. And I managed to go in a couple before my sister and niece came back from walking the dog, so I didn't really get a really good look. I bought a couple of books, and I will show you them later, but oh dear, that was Rudy having a little groan. Rudy had the time of his life, because my sister has a dog and my niece has a dog, so we took the 3 dogs, and they had the time of their lives. Really, it was non-stop for them. You know, just playing, enjoying nature, enjoying the outdoors, enjoying the walks. Yeah, so we went to the Booktown. They went off for a little walk, and I stayed and wandered around the bookshops, and then we had a little bit of a break in one of the book and bake cafe in Wigtown, which I think there's a photograph of. And then we went to have a walk in the forest, in one of the forest. Well, it was very close by. It was about a 15-minute drive, and it was stunning. It was absolutely beautiful. It was just this moss-covered trees and stones, and there was a beautiful stream running down. At the top there was I think it's a lock, and so we went. It wasn't right at the top, but it was, you know, as far as I would go anyway. So we went to the lock, sat and just had a rest, and then came back down. And yeah, it was just a really, you know, jam-packed but really nice few days. Just my needle came out of my thread. So it was booked last minute, so that's why I probably hadn't mentioned it to you. At least I don't think so. But yeah, it was last minute booking. My sister is a teacher, and she was off, and my niece was also off for a few days, so we could all go together. So that was perfect. Now that I've been to Scotland many times, but now I've been to that area, I would definitely go back on my own. So yeah, just fantastic, really beautiful. I'm wondering how it would look if I went round that blue. No, I don't want to. Right, I'll just cast off here. Finish off, end off. Isn't that lovely on the back? I absolutely love that stitching. Okay, so that's that. Now what's happened with this is that I did a bunch of stitching on down here and a bunch of stitching on here. So it's pulled it in. Now the middle, I haven't done that, so I'm going to have to do that in order to pull it in and keep it. Well, I don't have to, but yeah, I don't want it to be too. Obviously did a lot sort of more tighter stitching down here, and then realised what I was doing. Now there was something else. There was this. I wanted to add this somewhere, and I was trying to think, where shall I add it? Just, what about there? That looks nice. Oh, I like that. I like that. That to me looks better. So I think I will put it here, and I'll do the couching. I think that looks nice. What about like that? Actually, I quite like that there. yeah, I'm going to put it here. So let's just anchor it on. To make sure, where am I going to put it? There. Yeah, there. Okay, right now. So, very nice. We all cooked a meal each. I'm trying to think. So, yeah, just different meals, and we stayed in for mostly for our meals. I mean, we went out, and yeah, we didn't feel a need to go out and eat. We did go to a cafe and you know, I had a chai latte and then I had a hot chocolate. So we went to cafes and we had drinks and things like that, and treats, you know, cakes and biscuits and things. But no, I was going to do couching, shall I? I think I will. This could look odd though because it's striped. Thinking about it now, I'm not sure. Let me just see. Yeah, I don't want to interfere with the stripe, so I think I'm going to come back. I'm just going to just sew off the edge like this, and then I think, yeah, we'll just do this like an overcast stitch. I think this will be all right. Right. But, and I can always do the other side as well. Yeah, it was just gorgeous. I love Scotland. I always said it was my spiritual home. Now, I did actually go through the process of buying a property in Scotland, but it fell through because this is going back many years ago. I was on the edge of a lock, and it when you put an offer in Scotland, unlike in England, when you put an offer in England, it's non-binding. You can pull out at any point. In Scotland, once you've put the offer in, it is binding. But and when the I didn't even know there'd been a problem, but there was a huge storm, and it had done extensive damage to the property. So the solicitor contacted me and said, look, you know, the owner has reported this, and so they're offering you the chance to pull out, which wouldn't normally happen, and because of the damage to the property, I did pull out, which seemed like the right thing to do. And I don't regret that, but I do do I regret not moving up there? I mean, there's, you know, things happen for a reason, and in terms of that sort of thing, you know, I'm going to leave that like that. I quite like that, unless I fold it over. No, I'm going to leave it like that. I like it. I'll just give a little stitch here, and then through. Okay, I quite like all of that. I don't know what you think, but I think I'm going to, so I need to remember where they are, because I'm not going to, shall I pin them on? Okay, I'll do it. Oh, hang on, where's that piece? There. See, I still really like that. What about that there, like that? Oh wow, actually I'm going to put that there, I think. Because I think that goes really well. but it's heavier there than here. You've got your light pieces. I'm going to start with these. I'll start with these three. This is lovely. It was just off an item. It was sort of like a vintage. How shall I say? Oh, that's gorgeous. Really surprised I haven't used that before. Anyway, it was off sort of something you would, you know, like a cloth that you would use on your table, on your dining table. So, and I didn't really like it, I must admit. It was this mossy brown, but when you turn it over, it's got all these different colours, which are absolutely gorgeous. And I didn't realise I had those colours. I only saw the browns, so really happy. I didn't look hard enough. Just want to... Anyway, I hope you guys are all well and enjoying your weekend. And I am sorry I haven't been around much. It's been on my mind. I talked it through with my family at the weekend. I mean, while I was away, I talked it through with, you know, my sister and my niece, because it is bothering me. I don't, you know, I feel that something has gone wrong. Certainly my viewership has definitely gone wrong. You know, the amount of people viewing. Looking at my numbers, they've definitely dropped. And so, shall I do it there? Or shall I pull it? Yeah, I think I'll pull it over here a little bit. Not too much, just a little bit. Yeah, my numbers have gone down quite considerably. And, you know, I haven't been around, so it's not a surprise, but the algorithm has stopped promoting me, put it that way. And so I have to think carefully what I'm going to do, is basically what I'm trying to say. Now, they've got some blue left on here. Shall I try with this? Maybe on here. So, yeah, being acutely aware of that, and also sort of not, it's a combination of things, you know. It's sort of when you lose your mojo, when you feel that you know, you make some decent videos but they're not being viewed, it's not just losing your mojo, it's just lack of motivation completely to make anything else. But I'm always excited to do something else, and I just not consistent enough, I guess you could say, and that affects the algorithm. And so people aren't being shown my videos, for one. So it's up to me to change it. There's nobody else, you know, can do anything to change it. So I recognise that. So I talked it through with my family, and they were encouraging, but also, you know, looking at other potential things that I can do with my time. So we'll see. You know, I've been talking about this for a long time, and I don't, you know, if nothing changes, then obviously I can't expect, if I don't change, I mean, then I can't expect anything else to change. So, you know, I have to get a grip and decide what I want. Right, so that's on. Now, do I leave that just hanging? I do like things just hanging. I mean, I like these little flip up, you know, and you can see the stitching under there. I like that. I'm going to leave that then. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave that. I'll just add another stitch here. There we go. And so yeah, I mean, spring is coming, so I'll be spending more time in nature, in the garden, and out foraging and things like that. So naturally, you know, I will be doing those things anyway. But yeah, I like my community. I enjoy chatting to you guys, and I love seeing your comments and things. And I just feel I'm letting you down when I'm not posting. And, you know, maybe you're not seeing my videos. Maybe you're disappointed in some way that you're not getting to see the videos that I'm, well, getting to see videos in general. I don't know. You know, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to leave that off, Julie. What are you doing? Right, I'll do this one. And what colour? If I've got a navy blue, I think I'll use a navy blue. Or actually, I think I'll use this dark grey. I can find the end of it. Oh my goodness me, honestly. There we go. Okay, let's make a start. So I think now, in order to pull it in, I'm going to have to sew it this way. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just, you know, do a running stitch, but I'm going to have to sort of, you know, because it's quite thick. I don't think I can do it. Oh, I can, but the stitches will be too big, and I don't want them too big. So I'm going to do it like this, and I'm going to pull it tightly, and hopefully we will get, it will make a difference to how the middle is, you know, if it's going to pull the middle in a little bit. So yeah, so I'd love to know what you're up to, and you know, have you got any particular projects on the go? Are you busy with planning for spring and things like that? Are you busy working, or do you have time for craft? Are you just watching videos to relax? And you know, I mean, I watch different types of videos to relax. I tend not to watch these crafting videos. I tend to watch different ones. Right. Right. It has pulled it in, but this side needs pulling in. It's definitely pulled it in. You can see that's much straighter. But that side needs pulling in now. Here. Here. Anyway. If it's wonky, it's wonky, and I can't do anything about wonky. Can I? Yes, you can, Julie. What you're talking about? I'm rambling. I'm rambling. I'm actually quite tired because it was a full-on time away, you know. And these walking and doing things like that really takes it out of my body. I wish it didn't, but it did. I wish I was fitter, but I'm not. So I have to pace myself, and it must be frustrating for anybody who's with me, wanting to do a walk, ramble, or well, my sister's a hiker, she hikes, so yeah, it's definitely frustrating for her, and I can feel it. I can sense it. But she's okay. She doesn't, you know, she will wait for me. my daughter started hiking. She's doing Snowdonia. She's going to be hiking up Snowdonia in Wales, which is a large mountain in Wales, which is a little bit concerning because she's only just recently started hiking, and I'm worried for her a little bit, to be honest, because I've been to Snowdonia. I know how big it is. It's huge. It's massive. She's telling me that there are lots of easier routes, but I can't. I think when you're ascending, it's hard. It's just hard all the way unless you're super fit or fit. It's hard. She's not super fit, and she does walk, but she's not a fit hiker. She doesn't go scrambling over rocks and things like that. So yeah, she's trying. She's doing a few hikes and trying to get her fitness up, but it's just too soon. It's happening quite soon, not long after Easter. So yeah, I really like that. It's getting busier, but I like it. Yeah, I'm enjoying. I think I need something there, like that maybe. No, I don't like it. What about that? Something pretty. It's too much. It's bright. It needs to be darker. Right, let me end off. Am I ending off? Yes, I'm ending off. Okay. I'm trying to think. Oh, I haven't had a coffee this morning. I need to make one. I'm trying a new coffee. It's called Exhale. It's a UK brand. A small, one of these small new companies, or newish companies. What I'm going to do, I think, because I'm probably never going to put anything in there, is I'm going to stitch across so that it pulls that side in. Now, I don't want to use that colour. I think I'm going to use something else. Could use a brown. I want to have something stand out, but not too different. That's quite nice. I like that as well. That's a bit light, but I think that might work actually. Yeah, I think, I don't know now. I don't want to use that colour, it's too dark, but brown, I like the brown. What about gold? A golden colour. I've used, oh no, yeah, I've used a bit there. I'll use this because I've used a bit. So here, so it'll tie in with that. So good thinking, Julie. Oops. Wow, I'm really rambling. Thinking, it's funny, my sister and niece were laughing at me because I kept announcing what I was going to do. Oh, I'm just going to, do this. I'm just going to do that. The whole of the breakaway, that's what I was doing. I wasn't really conscious of it until they pointed it out. It's bizarre. Do anybody else do that? Or just like with your family, you're just going to announce everything that you're doing? Oh, I think I will put the kettle on. I think I'm just going to make a cup of tea. I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to do that. And it serves no interest for them, that type of thing. I'm just going to empty the bin. I think it's because you know, I mean, I think because I don't live with anyone else apart from the dog and the cat, maybe that's the reason. So I'm just sort of used to not talking to anyone. Probably why I'm doing YouTube videos. Oh dear. Right, so I'm using 2 strands, and I'm going to come in here. Now, should I do crosses? Oh, I mean, I do tend to do the same thing. No, I'm going to stick with my lines. Yeah, I'm going to stick with my lines. I do like to do different stitches, but I'm going to stick with lines. And you can't stop me. Right, I'm joking, guys, I'm joking. Right, now, shall I come across here, pull in? No. Oh, I've just realised that's the same colour. Oh well. I'm going to start here. No, I'm going to start here. So I'm actually going across the flower, which is okay. And I am going to pull in, so because I want it to be, you know, I want to alter the, yeah. So immediately that pulled that in. I mean, I think it's always going to be wonky because it just is wonky. Some of the fabrics are wonky, etc. So some of the stitching is wonky, but already that's pulling that in. So I hope this isn't boring for you, but I know you do like, a lot of you do like slow stitch, and I hope you find it pleasant to watch. And don't we all need it right now? We need gentle, peaceful, quiet. Okay, I'm a bit chatty, but you know, I can stop talking if it helps. Right, I'm just going to go halfway, I think. Yeah, I am. Sort of like similar to that, so it echoes that there. So I do intend, I mean, you know, when we talk about our intentions online, or, you know, we write them down and we make them public, or we talk about it with our family, you know, and it doesn't happen. Are we setting ourselves up for failure, or are we just accepting it is what it is type of thing? But sort of part of me feels like, you said that last year, Julie, and you didn't do it. So, you know, get a grip. It's exactly the same. It's skewed. It's skewed. My granddaughter is going to secondary school this year, I mean, September. And I can't believe it. It's upsetting. She's growing up without me there. And I mean, it's upsetting, but it's also lovely for her, but I just don't want them to grow up. I mean, watching, you know, even from I mean, I watched very close up for 8 years of her life, and I'm fairly watching from afar, but I'm still fairly, you know, in terms of knowing what's happening in her life and chatting to her and that sort of thing, and them visiting and me visiting. We're still very, very close. It's beautiful relationships that I have with my grandchildren. I have 2 grandchildren, Teddy and Evie. Teddy was born after Evie, and he is adorable as well. They're both absolutely gorgeous kids. I mean, you know, just really beautiful personalities, and kind and sweet, and yeah, inquisitive. They're very bright and inquisitive and want to know about the world around them. They're just beautiful. What did I say? Yeah, so she's going to, it's a big school, and I look at her and I think, no, not yet, Evie, I don't want you to. I don't say that to her. She's in a football team already. She's very active, and she'll enjoy all of what's on offer, I'm pretty sure. It's the social side, because I've been through it, you know. I don't like the social aspects of what children go through, the bullying and all of that sort of thing that they go through in secondary school. It's horrific. It's horrible. I don't like that. Nobody does, but it happens. And when it's happening, I mean, it's not happening, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's happening right now, but, you know, I just worry about it because I know that it does happen. You don't want your grandchildren or children being bullied in any way. Right, it isn't totally pulling it in, but I think that's because it needs to happen there. So I'm going to have to do something there as well. I think I'm trying, where am I? Yeah, I think I'm actually working at the wrong part. Right, I think. Here. Yeah, Teddy's 7, so he's still in primary, and so he's not going anywhere for now. He's got a really lovely circle of friends. Really lovely. I mean, they're, yeah, really nice kids. Okay, I think we watched a couple of films while we were away as well. Now I won't remember the titles. One of them was the Knives Are Out films with the old Bond guy, you know, the blonde one. Can't remember his name off the top of my head. And I love them. I just think they're really good. They're like Agatha Christie stories, but different. And I love them. They're so fun. Edward Norton, the one I watched, I mean, I've watched one, the priest one. I've watched that one. And the one I watched while I was away was the one with Edward Norton in. And it was good. I really enjoyed it. And then we watched another one. I can't remember the name of it, but it was really fun. And apparently that was the prequel to, there's one film already out, I believe, and the one I watched was the prequel. But that one was about a German man who was asked to join a gang of, invited to join a gang of because he could crack safes, and there was this sort of story of a safe maker, you know. Oh, where am I doing this? I mean, it has definitely pulled it in. I mean, if I could finish off there, then I might finish off here. Oh, I need to do this. Shall I do that? Yes. Yeah, definitely want that there. So, well, let's put that there. And then, now what colour? Yeah, so he could crack safes, basically. He could, you know, I can't speak, so they went off, and there's a gang of them, and they started on these, oh, that was it. So I was telling you about the old man. So the story is, it was a legend whereby he made 4 different safes, and they, you know, his mechanical genius made them very, very difficult to crack. Excuse me, I'm just doing my needle on thread. There we go. And so they recruited this man to help them, and yeah, it's like a bit of adventure, love story. It was lovely, really lovely. So I don't know if you've watched that. I can't remember the name of it. Terrible. Can't remember the name of anything. My memory is absolutely shot to pieces. It's fun though. I enjoyed it, really enjoyed it. He was funny, the German guy, so funny. So it's like a quest. Yeah, that's what I would call it, a quest. Okay, I'm going to go up and down. Just going to sew, you know, nicely. Put a few stitches in it and see how it turns out. Not worry where they go. You know, the stitches, I mean. I am definitely in need of a coffee. Oh yeah, I was telling you about, so I ordered there was an advert on Instagram for this coffee, and it's called Exhale, and it's supposed to be really good. Like I said, it's from a new young company, kitchen table type of company, you know, cottage industry, and they offer a trial pack. So I applied for the trial pack, and they sent it to me, a free trial pack, I mean, which was very generous. So I'm going to have that today. But what I liked about it is I'm not a coffee drinker, really. I drink 1 cup a day maximum. I just couldn't drink more than that. And I make it very milky, sort of a latte type coffee. You know, I froth my milk up to. It's sort of between a latte and a cappuccino. Anyway, what they're saying, what the blurb says, is that it's really good for you. It's very healthy. Obviously drink in moderation, but you know, it's full of polyphenols, which are antioxidants, and so it's, you know, they're saying that coffee in general can be bad for your health if it's sort of been standing for a long time and you're not aware of it. So this is sort of they guarantee a certain freshness and a certain quality, and yeah, so I thought, well, why not? I'll try it. I'm open to trying things. But like I said, I do only have one a day, never more. I do love a chai, a spice chai latte as well. I do make them sometimes myself because I have all of the ingredients and I enjoy them. Although the one I had one while I was away and it was too sweet. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't even know what they put in it. It was so sweet. It's not like, you know, I asked it to be sweet. For it to be sweet, I mean. Right, now I'm not sure if I like the way this is going. I don't know. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, it's pulling it in a little bit, but it's okay. There we go. Now, shall I leave that to pull up? Because I've left that to pull up that way and that rather to pull that way, so I could leave that. Shall I? I mean, it's not going to... Oh, no, it is going to flip down. No, I'll carry on sewing. And then I'll finish. And I, you know, hope that you're using these sorts of colours. I do tend to use very similar colours in my work. It's just... it's not a conscious thing. I mean, it's partly to do with what's available, obviously. You know, I mean, I'm never really buying new. I buy antique bits and bobs, but I don't buy new. I don't go out and buy new, you know, boxes of fabrics and things like that. I just use what I have. Or, you know, I bought quite a big haul of vintage linen last year, which was really nice. But then, you know, I need to start using them. I did use some because I made some hearts for my fabric hearts for my niece's wedding, hen party, and so I used some for that, and I used some lace and things like that. And, so it gets used up, but haven't used much of it, is what I'm trying to say. I was thinking about this the other day. Really what I should do is just, because I'll never ever get through it all, and I'll never ever get through all of the books or the ephemera. So I did wonder whether to make up some packs, you know. Oh dear. Yeah, the only thing is, looking, you know, talking to you guys, I notice most of you live in the US, and, you know, I don't know about sending to the US or anything. You know, it would seem to me that it would be expensive, you know, to pay for postage. So yeah, I don't know, I'll think about it, but pretty sure it would be expensive, and you could probably get similar things where you are. So this feels very, because I've sewn it, it feels very hard. It's not as pliable. Oops. Yeah. Ooh, that hurt. One more, and then we'll end off, and I will let you go and have a bit of peace and quiet and a cup of coffee to calm your nerves. Right. There we are. All done and dusted. And I love the back. I'm all always in love with the back. Now, I did say I would put this on, and I may well do, but for now... Oh, and there was something there, wasn't there? It's still out here. So definitely across here that I need to put something more. What about that? Maybe I'll put that there because it's, you know, it's annoying me. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here for now with you guys because we've been on a long time and chatting away and, you know, causing trouble. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I will be back very soon with another video. So take care, everyone. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.